Hey, stay here. Not because this is another money video, but because something uncomfortable is about to touch your thinking. Most people don't fail financially because they are lazy. They fail because their mind is trained to react, not to compound. And compounding is not mathematical first. It is psychological first. I've spent years observing people who quietly built wealth while everyone else stayed busy. Not loud people, not flashy people. People whose money grew while their ego stayed silent. What I'm about to share is not motivation. Motivation fades. This is conditioning. Let's start with the habit that decides everything: automation. We like to believe we are disciplined. We are not. We are emotional machines pretending to be rational. That's why the smartest people remove themselves from the decision. When money reaches you and you decide later what to do with it, you will negotiate with your weaker self, and your weaker self always wins. The wealthy reverse the order. Money moves to assets first. Life adjusts later. No debate, no willpower. No excuses. Think of it like this. If investing requires effort every month, it will eventually stop. If it happens without effort, it becomes invisible. And invisible habits run the world. Now pause for a second. Ask yourself honestly, if your income doubled tomorrow, would your wealth double or your lifestyle? This is where most people break, because wealth is not built by earning more. It is built by keeping more. People who stay poor focus on income. People who get rich focus on retention. They don't chase appearances. They chase leverage. They read while others scroll. They build skills while others compare. They plant seeds while others buy signals. They understand a brutal truth. Looking rich delays becoming rich. This connects to the most ignored rule of money. Spending less than you earn is not sacrifice, it is power. Quietly wealthy people don't announce restraint. They just don't feel the need to prove anything. They ask one question before every purchase. Does this add value or just noise? They will pay for experiences. They will pay for quality. They will never pay for validation, because validation expires. Assets compound. Here's where psychology deepens. Scarcity and abundance are not about money, they are about permission. Scarcity says, protect what you have. Abundance says, build what you don't have yet. People stuck financially overestimate risk and underestimate upside. Wealth builders do the opposite. They take calculated risks. They invest in themselves before expecting returns from the world. They allow failure without letting it define them. They don't wait for certainty. They move when the odds are slightly in their favor. That's how momentum begins. Now let's talk about time. The most misunderstood weapon. In the early years, investing feels pointless. Returns look small. Volatility feels personal. That's the test. Most people quit right before compounding starts to breathe. Long-term thinking is painful because the reward is invisible at first, but invisible growth is still growth. The wealthy think in decades, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. They don't ask, what will this give me next month? They ask, who will this make me in 10 years? This is why starting early matters more than starting big. Your 20s and early 30s are not for comfort. They are for construction. This is when risk is cheapest. Mistakes are recoverable. Energy is abundant. Miss this phase and life forces you to build under pressure later. Bills grow. Responsibilities multiply. Time shrinks. Early investing is not about money. It's about buying future freedom at a discount. Now comes a habit most people don't even know exists. System 2, thinking. When bad news hits, the crowd reacts. Prices fall. Fear spreads. System 1 panics. System 2 pauses. System 2 asks, What has actually changed? What am I missing? What is the crowd feeling that I don't have to feel? The wealthy slow down when others speed up. They think when others flinch. This single habit separates survivors from sellers. But none of this works if your relationship with money is broken. Chasing money makes you desperate. Understanding money makes you free. Money is not a goal, it is a tool. People who build lasting wealth attach money to purpose, not ego. They know money gives options, not identity. They treat money like a responsibility, not a trophy. And because they don't chase it, it keeps coming back. If this way of thinking feels uncomfortable, good. That means something is rewiring. This channel exists for that exact reason. Cosmic Dominion is not about hype. It's about control. Control over habits, control over time, control over decisions that compound silently. If you stay, you won't get quick wins. You'll get something rarer: clarity. And here's the truth most people never hear. Wealth is built when no one is watching. In boring months, in ignored decisions, in silent discipline. If you've reached this point, your mind is already different from most. Stay curious, stay patient, and remember, money listens to structure, not emotion. Now sit with this. If everything you did with money stayed exactly the same for the next 10 years, where would you end up? That answer is not prediction, it's a warning. The good news? Habits are adjustable, mindsets are trainable, and time is still negotiable if you act early enough. This is Cosmic Dominion, where psychology meets power. Stay for a moment. This isn't about money. It's about how your mind treats time. Most people don't want wealth. They want relief. Relief makes them rush. Rushing destroys compounding. The wealthy delay comfort to buy control. They keep life light because fixed expenses steal freedom. They fear stagnation more than loss. They invest in skills, then networks, then reputation. In that order, they don't chase quick results. They trust systems. Boring months don't scare them because boring is where growth hides. Your environment trains you daily. What you watch becomes normal. What's normal becomes automatic. Advice expires. Frameworks adapt. That's why they copy thinking, not tactics. Money doesn't change people. It amplifies them. That's why habits matter more than hacks. Purpose leads. Money follows. Cosmic Dominion exists for this reason: to slow your reactions, sharpen your thinking, and help you build quietly before results appear. One last thought. Two versions of you, same world, same start. One reacts, one compounds. 10 years later, they don't recognize each other. That difference is not luck, it's habit.